Hey guys, Dr. J. Jason Lipoff, your Team Beachbody coach. This is the second video of a three-part series of ultimate productivity, being the best Team Beachbody coach around. Last video, we talked about how to get your mindset right for being a workhorse and not an ass horse. And that really comes down to, like we said, it comes down to really taking charge, understanding this is a business. You are the CEO of your own company, and it's time to just put away the training wheels and just get going, because it's not brain science, okay? You've got to want it, and you have to actually go out and get it. Second, okay, this is the point that you are now a workhorse. What do? Where do you go to work? Now the answer is you find people that have done it right. When Brooke and I, once we'd made the decision that we know exactly that we've got our busy lives and that this is something that's making us better, stronger through being overwhelmed and stress and failure, it's amplifying our lives, we're becoming stronger, and our relationship is reaching a new level. We're becoming better people. Now, we started following all the top coaches. We started following Wayne Wyatt, Josh Spencer, Melanie Mitro, Lindsay Matway, Scotty Hobbs. How? Chalene Johnson, actually, we started following on podcasts. We started just attacking the written word, the spoken word, and a combination thereof. We started looking at YouTube videos. We started, once we became a diamond, we just started becoming sieves of information with like Barbie Decker and just asking questions. All these coaches that have been through everything that we've been through, that's like your first leg. Once you start getting some coaches underneath you, your first reward is being part of this group of people that have put the first, sacrifice in. And I would just spend my free time. I remember my first couple months were just over and over again looking at different. I used to watch Scotty Hobbs all the time because he's big in personal development. So am I. We're very different people, but I wanted to know what he was doing. And same thing with Brooke. Brooke and I have very different styles, but we wanted to see exactly what they were doing. The first thing that we realized is everything that they were saying was highly duplicatable. Okay, if they were telling somebody, it was something that they could tell their coaches. And that is very, you've got to differentiate your work between what's niching you, what's making you unique, and the work you're putting in to be able to duplicate that to your coaches. Because understand, in the end, this is not your hands are working for tonight's bread. You are doing this because of the power of duplication. That is very important to understand, that your ultimate message and your wealth will not come from these two hands, okay? It'll come from your brain and your mindset and your ability to, through your conviction and your trust and your vitality and your control and the way that you can inspire other people to replicate the messages that you've been taking in. So, and that happens through Coach Basics groups, that happens through some of these videos. So your work now needs to be categorized. You've now determined that you're going to stop asking questions. Now you're going to determine, how am I actually going to spend my time? Well, the first thing is that you need to find out what time you have. You've already determined that this is a priority. And that regardless of your job and everything like that, remember, this is a priority because you want, 5 years from now, you want to be sleeping and you want to be making money. And not just making money, you want to be completely financially independent. You want to live your life by design. And that's the point. It brings this mindset out. So, what I did is I had a traditional calendar and I highlighted all the areas. Sleep, work when I'm working as a pediatric dentist or if I'm in surgery, time with Brooke, and eating and some other events that might have been going on that week. And then I'd see my free time. Then I'd block out 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how much time I had, with my workout. If it was a break day, it'd be a break day. And then I would divide up my Beachbody. Now at the beginning, when I first started coaching, I was all over the place. And I'm still a little all over the place. But if I wish that I had this message to at the beginning. And you want to divide up how you are researching. So you want to be doing things like recruiting on one side, meaning, hey, who wants to join my team? Who wants to help spread my message? I'm doing something really cool. Do you want to join me? And this is why I'm doing it. Do you want to join me? People that trust you and that find you a credible source. Maybe it's only one person, maybe it's two people. That's going to be your initial recruiting. Maybe it's your family. And how do you not sound like a salesman, by the way? Well, it's just you speak from the heart. You speak from the heart that this is just something that is you. And again, why are you doing this? You find yourself becoming a salesperson. You start spewing out BS. That's not the reason why you started, okay? There are deeper emotional reasons that you guys have discussed with why you got started. So one is recruiting. The other thing is the actual recruiting of challengers. So there's recruiting of coaches, and then there's recruiting of challengers. And that comes from free challenges, meaning free value to people, whether it's clean eating groups, push-up challenges, whatever. It's basically support groups, whatever your niche is, whatever you like to do, or that your wife or husband likes to do that might be able to help out with, hey, listen, does anybody want to do something fun for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where we kind of just get together and it's not going to, if you've got certain needs, we're all here to help each other. We're here to support each other. And we do it through a Facebook accountability group. You could even do it offline on in a message board. It doesn't really make a difference. And then, of course, there's the Beachbody challenges. So then you need to be a workhorse with how do you develop your challenge groups. Well, you look at what program are you doing? Why are you doing it? Well, immediately seek out people like you. Why would they want to do it? If you're 350 pounds and you say, finally, I'm ready to get going, and I failed at everything in my life, and I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to get going. Take that emotion, write it down. That's who you're going to seek out. You're going to seek out those people through Facebook. You're going to seek out those people through, maybe your work, when you're out, a library, events on the weekends. I mean, it's just, there's so many things, museums in bigger cities. There's just so many ways to just kind of slowly branch out. So you've got recruiting of your coaches, recruiting of your challengers, and then it's just building your network. How do you become a workhorse and not an ass horse in that? Well, the structure, and I know Brooke has some really amazing visuals on this, is you build your network by referrals, by asking your friends, do you know anybody that may want to, get involved in this? And again, you can offer free value, but also you can look through Facebook and there's these new ways to find out people like you, groups like you, and you can add them. You can add yourself to the groups and start interacting. And don't get discouraged if nobody accepts your friend requests after a few days. It's just about all of a sudden just becoming a part of something. Now, you guys will all be part of a team. So in the immediate future, for instance, our team, TNT Nation, you are part of our family. So even if you don't have a coach, as long as you're engaging, then we're all there for each other. We're there to help you. But don't confuse that with taking advantage. And why? It's not that we mind it. It's because you will fall into being an ass horse and not a workhorse. So there's a difference between using us for support and using us as an encyclopedia, okay, as the internet, okay? So there's a big difference there. And again, the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm trying to convey to you, how do you really succeed? How do you really start rocking and rolling regardless of how busy you are in your first, within your first year? So We talked about, in the first video, we talked about how to get the mindset to be a workhorse and not an ass horse. The second thing is what do you do? Like what kind of work do you do? Well, you've got to build your network in terms of recruiting your challengers, recruiting your new coaches. Every day you're inviting people, 3-5 people every day. And you're just expanding your network. You expand your network in social media, outside. Remember that your perception of what other people think of you usually doesn't matter anyway. And so you might as well people will always respond to a friendly face. So smile more, be happy. Third video, okay, the last of the series, I am going to talk about probably one of the most important things that will really get you guys started in terms of productivity, in terms of being a rock star Beachbody coach. So stay tuned.